Guys,
They're everywhere.
just knock them down.
Body cam footage of Afroman's house being raided raises significantly more red flags than you might expect. The biggest menace in the body cam footage is an officer not involved in the lawsuit, David Russell, who Afroman refers to as
Deputy Dumbo Duck Douchebag Dynasty, Fidel Castro, Uncle Jesse Osama bin stealing my clothes. And that's this guy's entire name.
but we'll call him Osama for short. Telling his fellow officers to look for cameras and knock them down is consistent with a complaint in Afroman's deposition where he alleges damage to a Ring doorbell where he says they took something and hit it and knocked it off of the roof. Now, before we get to more body cam footage, let's rewind to the original affidavit requesting the search warrant written by lead investigator Brian Newland, which says that their information stated that Afroman has a basement referred to as the dungeon in which he keeps women locked in.
Okay, where's the basement? There's no basement. The dungeon's well, she's cold here.
Because, I mean, there is nothing in the fucking rooms. I mean, it is kind of weird.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up. While Newland was in the process of writing the affidavit, the informant's story changed in an interview with officers Cooley and Estep, where the informant stated it was not a basement, but rather two bedrooms that were side by side, hence Newland's frustration at the lack of evidence in these rooms. Interestingly, Newland didn't think that raised any doubts about her credibility, nor did he bother to update the affidavit. Afroman's ex-wife has arrived on the scene and Newland goes to talk to her.
We'll photograph all the damages and we won't have problems getting it fixed.
Well, that's good news. In that case, Afroman probably won't go on to make a series of songs making fun of you, and you won't unsuccessfully sue him and embarrass yourselves in front of the world. Oh. So that was a lie. While Newland is having that conversation, Osama can be seen giggling about the damage to Afroman's door.
Noonan got his work out in. He had to bust the damn door completely out of the frame.
But don't you worry, he's not done being outrageously unprofessional and inappropriate just yet.
I will say one thing, the gentleman has good taste in cars.
Yeah, I mean, he really isn't. I mean, you tell they're black persons, but I mean, he's after that player too long.
A few minutes later, we get this incredibly bizarre exchange involving Randy son of a bitch Walters and Sheriff Kenny Dick.
I got a big problem. Just people rumor mill shit.
I'll take it for you.
Oh, no.
That little boy they found in your house,
Yeah.
Was a little boy found in Randy Walters' house? I was unable to find more context, but if you have any information about this, please let me know. We move back inside the house where Osama has made a major discovery.
Anal Acrobats 2. DVD player. That remains a fraud.
I'm unclear on why he calls him a fraud as he proceeds to have way too much fun going through his porn collection, but we're about to get into a particularly egregious moment.
Yes, sir.
Go over here and keep this with your camera. That way, if we ever come back here, we know we're all this area. Except for the middle one, which I don't want to try to. Make sure you get each one of them, so we can tell how they're pointing. If we ever have to come back here again.
They found nothing, but they're already strategizing for a follow-up raid. Osama calls on Estep to film the camera feeds because he can't do it himself because he isn't even wearing a body cam. But wait, it gets worse.
Right there is watching us.
Osama points out where one of Afroman's cameras are, and a couple of minutes later, he turns it around to face the wall. In case you thought this was at all ambiguous or incidental, he proudly admits it a few minutes later.
Where's his camera in this room?
Not to be outdone, we jump back to Newland's body cam to see him do the exact same thing just minutes prior to a camera on top of Afroman's safe. If you're not doing anything wrong, what are you trying to hide from? Newland then heads outside to talk to Angela and drops this nugget.
We're not going to try to take all his money.
In hindsight, that one aged poorly, knowing that they went on to sue him for millions. We get a few shots of Newland counting the money that he confiscated, but a lot of the counting takes place out of frame. You can hear the bills being counted, but a $10 bill doesn't exactly sound differently than a $20 bill, for example. Despite an investigation alleging otherwise, I don't see how you can state definitively that the discrepancy is a simple miscount, or if the money disappeared somewhere else in the process. We also get to see Licc'Em Lisa disconnecting the security cameras at the behest of Randy Walters, but most of the footage is unfortunately aimed at the wall. Lisa then places them on the couch where they will remain until Afroman comes home, despite the sheriff's claiming that they were disconnected to be confiscated as evidence. Meanwhile, Afroman is on the phone with his ex-wife and is refusing to give up the combination to his safe, despite Newland's insistence that they'll have to do property damage to force entry if he does not. Osama is downright giddy at the prospect of this, as seen here in a conversation with Sean Grooms.
You ain't got a torch, do you? Oh, you got a torch?
I cut towards the house.
There we go now. Well, Dolly, that son of a bitch up to his house. I guess I'll get you some acetylene.
Got
so
it.
you're not out.
Got a cutting torch, plasma cutter.
Oh, fuck yeah, we're being business in.
Unfortunately for him, he won't get the opportunity, as Afroman finally relented and gave his ex-wife the combination. Between his extreme aversion to cameras, his work stoppage with a witness in the room, and even his goofy-ass camouflage outfit, you have to wonder, why is he so unwilling to be perceived? After finally getting Afroman's ex-wife to open the safe, Newland and company are audibly disappointed to find it empty.
He knew something. He knew we were coming.
How the hell would he's out of state?
Randy, son of a bitch Walters, leads Newland to some weed that they're planning to confiscate, but not before giving him a warning.
We've got the surveillance unit unhooked for that part of the house. First bedroom, we got some dab. We got some dab in the garage, and here we got a pretty big. But she's watching us right now.
And I once again have to ask, why is that a problem if you're not doing anything wrong? We get back to the confiscated money with this exchange between Newland and another officer not involved in the lawsuit, one known only to me by Afroman's nickname, Police Officer Pee-wee.
He asked Brian what he wants to do with that. It needs to be sealed if we're keeping it in our house.
Okay. That cash on the table, are you sealing it up or?
Probably.
He said he's gonna keep it, I guess.
Who is Brian?
Mhm.
Okay, have him sealed then, so it's sealed.
Okay.
They're keeping the $4,390.
No, I don't have any tape to seal it.
We'll just leave it like that then, and then
Don't want to give it to you, that way it's with you.
I'm unclear on if Pee-wee was listed in the chain of custody, but we know Sean Cooley, better known as Officer Poundcake, was not listed despite being assigned to watch over it, a job he executed flawlessly with no issues whatsoever.
Somebody's watching all this.
Oh, well, nevertheless, to recap, they couldn't find 1,000 pounds of weed in his suit pockets, they couldn't find any kidnapping victims inside his CDs, they couldn't find a basement, and here's one more thing they couldn't find.
See, it was supposed to be in an attic space,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying there.
and there ain't.
I looked where Sean was. Well, I've been trying to find the fucking attic.
Towards the end of the footage, you can faintly hear Afroman on speakerphone in a conversation with Randy Walters, in which Afroman asks about repairs, and Walters says, "At this point, we're not required to fix it." I, however, feel required to make just a few more videos asking for these officers to be held accountable for their actions, so stay tuned and be sure to follow if you want to learn more about them.